hella nervous right now. I can always get a little nervous before shows, but this is a big one. Like, I would say that this is one of the roles I'm most proud of, which just means I'm even more worried that I'm gonna fuck it up. Randy is asleep in his car right now. Poor guy is exhausted. I feel bad. Like, the ensemble is putting so much more work in than we are. They're so tired. God bless them. Beautiful. Iconic. Martha's got the drip. I love it.
Now I scream nerd all the way.
You know why nerd?
Are you vlogging right now?
I forgot my tripod.
I was like...
Yeah, I forgot the tripod.
Don't apologize.
Wait! Oh, never mind.
Keep it locked out there.
Okay. She
I want
gets,
to do this show when it comes.
she gets number 2. He gets number 1, even though last show, number 1 was Veronica, number 2 was him. So it's like, that's why it's very confusing. So, yeah. The person who did the board thought it would be like more conducive to put the Veronica next to the Heathers.
No, that does make sense, actually.
It does in theory.
In theory.
But
Heather Mack is like Jar Jar Binks, just secretly a villain.
She really is.
What is your reasoning? I'm interested.
Yeah. She's hung up through the whole thing.
All right, yeah, I want to document this as well.
So first off, Heather Mack actually falls in love with Veronica after Candy Store, somewhere in that
Okay.
area. Chandler's her decoy. She's the face of the Heathers.
Mm-hmm.
Mac has money and looks. She's the head cheerleader. How does she not have all the power? It's even said that her dad is loaded, meaning she has more money than the other Heathers.
Okay.
It is entirely possible that her father already
What?
had contact
No, I
with
will
Big
not
Becky.
check if you look even.
Because I already do.
With her dad that sells engagement rings? Okay.
Why would he not expand the business, getting rid of the competition? Mac is a complete sociopath. I mean,
Okay.
Look at the lines.
Uh-huh.
You have a symmetrical face, like matching halves.
Yeah, that is pretty, yeah.
She's very cold and cruel at the beginning of the show. She sees Veronica's commitment during Candy Store, realizing who she's deciding to become. Because you don't have to break Martha. At the party, Mac tries to further separate Veronica from Martha and realizes she went too far and never interferes with Martha and Veronica again.
True.
Mac absolutely realizes how dark JD is during the fight scene.
My face has been pretty.
With Kurt and Ram? Okay.
Chandler is too close to Veronica, and in a way, so is Dee. I have a feeling she actually paid JD to kill Chandler and make it look like an accident, but he used the first opportunity available.
Okay.
After Chandler's death, Max switches gears. Right? She goes from cold and cruel to Dixie.
You're right.
Like, she hides her intelligence.
Changes up, right?
During Lehman's farm, Mac has every opportunity to just get in the car with Veronica and leave.
Yeah.
But she doesn't.
She doesn't, yep.
She tests Veronica's loyalty. Duke tries to take control, and Mac is amused. She also begins to realize that everyone is eventually going to come between her and Veronica. She's pissed that Veronica thought she had anything to do with Kurt and Ram. She tells JD to kill Kurt and Ram to protect Veronica. But at this point, JD has already developed feelings for Veronica, and he really doesn't. Mac then learns about JD's feelings for Veronica at the funeral, but she doesn't worry too much since JD is basically a tool.
Right.
Mac decides to kill everyone and use Duke as the means to get it done. Before she can kill everyone, though, she needs to find out if Veronica still likes her after.
It's the label.
You know, using her.
Right.
I want to try and do.
So she decides to tell everyone that she's suicidal or trying to lie. Or, you know, right in that area.
Right in the center of my.
Veronica still cares enough to stop her. Yes, it is.
Right.
Otherwise, life's pointless and your suicide can go through. After Veronica saves Mac, She relaxes her control of Veronica and talks to her about Martha, encouraging her to resume their friendship. Because right there at the cafeteria scene, they're talking about how Martha isn't in home alone.
Right.
She quickly learns that Veronica is done with JD and decides now is the time. She gives JD the pictures of Martha and Duke to convince Duke to have people sign the petition. When Mac signs, she actually signs JD's name. Mac at the prep rally is ready to trap JD inside with everyone else when she hears about Veronica's suicide, and she decides to just die with everyone else. When Veronica actually shows up and talks to Fleming, Mac sees this and realizes that Veronica must be there to stop JD. Mac then provides the longest fucking distraction in the history of distractions by keeping the pep rally going. Until either Veronica emerges victorious or the school goes boom. Either way, she places all of her faith and trust in Veronica. After the explosion, Mac is the first person to spot Veronica because she's waiting and looking for her. And then at the end, Mac does not hesitate for a second when Veronica offers her a place beside her and Martha.
I love this theory. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hear the sound of the fallen rain, coming down like an Armageddon flame. The shame, the ones who died without a name.
Not a chance for my career to advance, and there's no straight guys here for me to romance. I guess I'll swallow my pride and make the rest of the rest of this free. There's nothing that think of me only when we say goodbye. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. Is that my name up on that list? Does someone know that I exist? Is this a mistake? Am I even awake? Pinch me now to make sure I stick with real things, usually facts and figures. When information's in its place, I minimize the guessing game. Love, family. There was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I'll never be complete until I find you.
You're welcome. Look where you are, you're welcome. When the football's on, you're welcome. Be what's that smell? That's the smell, you love me well. God, it's mortifying. What's the point of even trying? 'Cause now I'm trapped with no escape. Banished, disallowed.
My name is Regina George, and I am a massive deal. I will grind you to sand beneath my Louboutin heel. Knock, 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 knock. They're gonna start to shout soon. Knock, 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 knock. Oh, hell yeah, I'll be out soon. Knock, 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 knock. They're normal people, not like you, not like me. Please can't we be an average family?
I'm alone in the universe, so alone in the universe. I found magic, but they don't see it.
And you're not what I asked for. From on, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over.
God on high, hear my prayer, in my need. You have always been there.
We spent our whole life wishing we weren't so freaking strange. They made us feel that way, but it's they who need to change.
Welcome to Redcast opening. The last two performances have been stellar, even with random little hiccups and things that happen in both the shows. The shows themselves have been great. The audiences are eating it up. So that being said, just make sure that you don't talk over the audience. Like, so if they're laughing, if they're applauding, take that time. Let that happen, because if you don't and you start to talk over them when they're applauding and all that fun stuff, they're going to stop. They're going to stop applauding, they're going to stop reacting, because they want to hear what's going on. They'd rather hear what's happening in the show that they paid money to see versus like applaud you and then they'll just be like, well, let's come at the end. So make sure that you are letting that happen. Also, this happened last night, so those of you with lines, make sure that we are not rushing through the lines. We got off in the vamping a little bit last night because they were speeding through the lines. You saying your lines faster isn't helping anything. It's not helping the audience understand you. It's not helping progress the story. It's not helping with the underscoring. So, those of you who are new, take your right hand, cross it over your left. Grab hand the person next to you. All right, close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in, and out, and in, and out. All right, so one thing we like to do here is we like to pass the energy through the group. So when someone squeezes your hand, then you squeeze the hand of the person next to you. We send it all around the circle. Take this time to focus your brains. Take this time to get into show mode. Lay out your track in front of you in your mind so you don't miss anything. Make sure that you have preset all your props. Everything's ready to go. Don't let silly things like not setting a prop or stuff like that screw up your performance. You guys work too hard to let little things cause you hiccups and issues. So just remember to have fun. Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. Let the audience love you. That's what we're here for. So give it all you can. Give it the best show you can. And then, but also, those of you who have 2 shows today, don't fully exhaust yourself. So one more big deep breath in, and out, and Eric is first. Turn it out.
Well, you've had a little bit more experience than me too, so.
That's fair.
You're like what, 47?
Oh my god, you're so fucking up!
I even basically once I hit puberty, everyone always thought I was like much older than I was.
Yeah.
Like I graduated 8th grade and I had like a little, I had like a graduation photo album or something. And I had with me, we went to some restaurant or something, and this lady just saw it and she was like, "Oh, where'd you graduate from?" And I was like, "St. Anne's." And she was like, "What? I don't know, never heard of high school." I was like, "No, it's grade school." And she was like, "I thought you were like 18. And I was like 14. And I was like, "No." And so all growing up, everybody always thought I was older than I was. And then it was probably I don't know, 6 months after I turned 30. And people were like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 30. They're like, "What? No, I thought you were 26. And I was like, how? How did this in 6 months' time just flip and be like, no, opposite?
See, I have the problem where if I have facial hair, I look older. But then as soon as I shave, I look like
this young man.
Yeah.
Right. I've been 19 for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you and Cullen, as soon as you both shave.
Cullen could be anywhere from 16 to 30, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. But see, that's the reason I can't shave for the show too, because I will not look intimidating. I will look like a young boy. Right.
Wow.
Have you not tried it yet?
So good.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's crunchy. Oh.
Too late for that.
Fine. They don't still work.
I asked and you didn't respond.
It's fine.
Oh.
And having you said you'll find me.
Intermission.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it, and I know it's disgusting. But Julie Andrews used them, and I trust her with my life.
I mean, true, but also
I definitely get the spit going.
I was like,
Yeah, it does.
She can't sing anymore.
Yeah, she's no longer wearing Hotmans.
Oh god. What was I supposed to do? Just let it melt? Because I feel like that would have been worse. Wow. At first I thought she said she had whippets.
So Julie Andrews took it.
Don't mind if I did.
Right, like hell yeah.
You guys just like profile Phil Collins. Not every Phil Collins song is the same.
Like Phil Collins, we need you to write some music for the Tarzan movie. He was like,
They just started drumming because that's what he does best.
and they're like, it doesn't have to be that good. It usually takes time.
Yes it does. And Brother Bear.
Dude, he came back for the
Yeah.
musical.
Oh,
The Brother Bear soundtrack slaps.
The Tarzan musical has like 14 songs that are new and that he wrote. Like
Yeah.
they all sound like him. So I was like,
Tarzan musical does not get enough credit.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Seriously? It's so good.
I didn't. It was like 2006 and it closed after like a month.
Oh, the one they used to have, they used to have this show called Tarzan Rocks at Animal Kingdom. The guy that had playing Tarzan.
Did you ever see that Tarzan movie with the Skarsgård brother? The blonde one?
The
Yeah.
Legend of Tarzan. Alright, well,
That man is...
She was yummy as fucking True Blood. So.
Yeah.
Clayton getting things like that. This one's
Heaven
What's
playing?
happening right now is that
Yes.
Alright, places.
Yes, sir.
Extra, like, outfit.
Break a leg, everybody.
Thank you.
Did you say I took AP chemistry?
1040p chemistry.
Nerd.
Nerd, freshman nerd. When there was a guy named Davis who was 2 years older than me in our high school, and he would always be like, freshman nerds when we were freshmen. And then he graduated, I didn't see him for years, and then I was in Kroger, and he had come home from wherever he was in college, and he rolled by, and he was like, freshman nerd. I was like, no! Like I was assassinated.
I was immune from you.
He was playing the long con. I was like, I can't wait to go to OSU. Freshman nerd.
Imagine going to OSU.
Is that not where Michelle's going?
We're going to OU.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
But
excited.
they
I'm not from Ohio. I don't know these things.
They did Heathers at OSU when I was a freshman, but 60,000 people go there. So I was auditioning, and I was 60,000, 6 and 4 zeros. And so I had here's your number, and I was number like 153 or something to try out. So I was like, oh. And they ended up casting like 14 people, and there was like no freshmen. So I was
Well,
there was no chance. But I was like, why do you even open it up to the general public if you have 60,000 students? It's like,
It was to the general public?
I mean, to the students.
Oh.
But like some places like UC, you have to be in CCM to try
Right.
out. But OSU was like, come on out. And I was number like 153, and I was like, why am I even here? Dancing through life. All right, get out. I was like, okay.
I at NKU I did the freshman show, which was dog shit awful.
Which one?
It's called Birds. It's like an ancient, like a Greek play, which really just shows that in ancient Greece they still thought dick jokes were funny.
Why nothing changed?
Right. Give me your best, like, Godfather.
Come to me on the day of my Rottweiler's pep rally. And the McNamara might run into a truck or two. You brought your husband to my special assembly. You see my son, he's very dead and very gay. I hate him, just kidding. I'm in love with his dad. RuPaul is under mob protection. I decided that being 80s is just being Italian for me. I'm like, what is this supposed to be?
Just turn ultra Italian. Just give all your lines with like a...
Hey, gonna put up the back a little bit.
My buddy Kurt asked you a question.
think Heather wants? What do you think Heather wants?
Not you.
I am not homophobic. In fact, I have 2 gay dads. You see, I was born out of love. My 2 dads screen potential surrogates based on beauty and IQ. Then they mixed their sperm together and used a turkey baster. To this day, we still don't know which one is my real dad, which I think is pretty epic.
Who volunteers to use a turkey baster to get inseminated?
Thanks, bestie.
I like your
I need some
Appreciate it.
just the right amount.
Yeah.
need some Michael.
Well, because the other JDs had like dangly earrings and shit, and I was like, I need a thing.
You're like, my JD's
I thought about that, but then I was like, but then it would look like I'm copying the other JDs, and I'm not trying to do that.
Gotta get some rings. I've got a bunch of like really
so I decided to
gaudy
See, I would love to have rings, but I don't have any, and I feel like my fingers are probably bigger than yours.
Most of them are adjustable.
Oh.
It was like a $20 for wholesale, a bunch of shitty black wrought iron jewelry. So
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
yeah.
Oh my god. Today during
If I were invested, I'll bring some in someday. And just leave,
For sure,
leave
that'd be
it for
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Today during Our Love Is God, you usually pull out both guns at the same time. He doesn't do that. He pulls out the one. So I was like, is that real?
No, is that? When I saw that, I was like, what is she gonna say?
The slight differences between casts are going to be interesting to take when I do.
It was really weird today. It was really weird.
Yeah, because I'm in green on Thursday, so.
Ooh. Leah's always like, where am I standing? Because it's like a slightly different person, so she's like,
Well, and like one of the big differences I noticed, because we watched Yellow last night, and I noticed like whenever you're doing I Say No, I'm just kind of frantically like pacing after you the whole time. Jeff, near the end, like cocks the gun. And I was like,
Very intimidating.
and I was like, that is a very different take. Oh my god.
Today, I don't know why, but for some reason I was in my mindset of, okay, this is Brandon. It was not Brandon. So I was like standing there, and it was like the part where I was like, this is it, hit the brake, call it all my mistake. I had my arm out like this, because you usually grab my arm.
Yeah.
And Kyle just didn't, so I went, call it all my mistake.
Jeff is. I feel like every person who's doing every role definitely has like their niche. I think Jeff is very scary when he wants to be.
he's very scary.
Mostly it's just his expression, like his
his
angry
dead
eyes.
stare. He's got a dead stare on
Just
him.
the way that he screams at people just hits different.
Jeff is scaly except when he bought me candy today.
Jeff is one of the sweetest people I think I have had
Oh.
the pleasure to meet.
Jeff is a sweetheart, man.
I'm just gonna start and Katie.
What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion?
It's gotta happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll wait. Don't tell me not to live just sitting tired. Like a candy and the sun's a bowl of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Well, I thought I knew you, thinking that you were true. Guess I couldn't trust what you're going on myself, 'cause I've had enough. We are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Do you believe in love after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now.
Head choked about the farm, she could not have it. Now we need a strong arm to run this racket. Heather's down, gotta throw that back at you. It's my turn, it's the price, I see that make crack, boom! I don't wanna change keys no more. I don't wanna strip tease no more. I don't wanna sing cheese no more. I don't care if you scoff.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching up deeper directions, bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your shit bare. I'm just a kid. Shut up.
Cool.
Caillou is a diva.
Well, I have to stay alive to fix what I've done, save the world from myself, and bring back the sun. If I'm a monster, then it's true.
Well, shake your pack.
God damn it.
You are on. And bring back the sun. If I'm a
I didn't know you could whistle though.
Let's go up against that.
Nice whistle tone.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go.
So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly.
So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to mama, mama's good to you.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls.
All right, so welcome to
Let's spread out a little bit because we've got people outside of the circle.
second show. Welcome to the final show of the weekend. We get a break. We absolutely get a break.
Hell yeah.
For those of you that are in all of the casts, I know it's been a long week and a half of just non-stop. So take the next few days to get a break. Still keep your brain fresh and keep the show in your mind. But yeah, so then just also remember that tonight, I believe you guys have some bins or baskets in your dressing room. So anything that is your personal stuff or your undies and things of that nature, take those home, wash them. Anything that is not yours, put in the bin or the basket to be washed, and it'll all be washed as long as it can be washed. All right, go ahead, cross right over left.
That's my favorite one.
All right.
What?
Let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. And in and out. All right, use this time to focus yourselves. Get yourself back into show mode. Like I said, it's our last show of the weekend. So muster up what energy you got left. Make it a strong show. Make sure that we, keep our tracks in our mind, and we have, preset everything, and we're not forgetting anything. No silly little slip-ups or anything like that. This audience, no matter how big or small it is, we owe them the same quality show as every other show. So go out there, give it your all. Remember, you get a few days break after this, so have fun. Enjoy what you're doing. The audiences love it, so have a good time. One more big deep breath in and out. Tori starts. You're out. All right.
You are to be mine. I am all that you need.
Thank you.
It's not fair. They sing it better than I do.
I mean, you want to trade?
Yeah, I'll be the stone. I mean,
We're all black.
Consider.
I was like, Brandon's playing a double role every day.
Does anybody else see the hypocrisy in this? Is it just me?
I'm just supposed to not going on because of your behavior.
I have been worried that my voice is going to give out mid-performance.
Very fun to be in, awful to watch.
And if ever there was a day where that would happen, I'm worried that it would be tonight.